What is going on, YouTube? Omega V here with you, and today I'm bringing you the return to my Pokemon battling ways. Whatever, just go along with it, okay? Yeah, I'm bringing you all my TTM matches. I hadn't had time to record them all, and just recording them all together and uploading them together seemed like the right thing to do, especially since these matches were all played out pretty close to each other. Yeah, if you didn't see the video, I did inherit a team as coming on as a substitute. I couldn't make any changes, but yeah, um, I had I had to just deal with the hand I was dealt here. I'm just excited to have been playing again, honestly. But yeah, we're up against Zalkium, and he is bringing his Mew, Mega Pinsir, Chandelure, Empoleon, Haxorus, and Electivire. I brought my Celesteela, Infernape, Tangrowth, Tyranitar, Mega Diancie, and Latios here. So I feel like we have a pretty good matchup. Basically the team I prepped for with the exception of the Electivire. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. He does lead out with Chandelure, which is a bit of a pain. My Infernape doesn't do too much, so I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn out of there. Yeah, you can see my Life Orb damage did much more. He went for a Shadow Ball and got the crit here, which actually really sucked. Yeah, I kind of protected just to see if he would switch out or keep going. And unfortunately, he did have the Charty Berry and took that Diamond Storm, which, yeah, Mega Diancie turned out to not do anything. Luckily, my Tyranitar does have some investment on there, so I am able to take this thing out with a crunch here. As he goes out into Ravager, his Mega Pinsir. Yeah, we barely lived that thanks to our HP investment and stuff, but unfortunately, the crunch just doesn't do enough, and that Mega Pinsir is gonna do some damage. He did go for the Quick Attack here. Now here I took a bit of a gamble. My Latios was Scarfed, so I knew I would outspeed it normally, but if he had gone for another Quick Attack, I would have been in quite a bit of trouble there. Yeah, I don't want to take anything from this kitty, or yeah, his Electivire. I don't want to take a hit with that. Assuming that was probably Hidden Power Ice. Yeah, Tangrowth did not really do that much here, from what I was hoping for. Luckily, he did go for another Flamethrower, expecting me to stay in, which I was just able to go into Infernape and take that fairly easily. But I am going to switch out here because I know he's going to go for something else, which he does go for the Thunderbolt. Which I'm just like, okay, let's go see what he goes into next. And he goes for a Flamethrower, which I'm okay with Latios, and I'm just going to Draco him out of here because that thing was honestly a bit of a problem to deal with. Okay, and I go for another Draco. Now I'm going to pause it here really quickly. This second Draco Meteor was a little bit of a roll. It did from 96% to 116%, so it was a tiny chance that he could live, but more than likely he was going to go down to that second Draco, even at -2, so it wasn't really a matter of a roll there. It was just, I think it was like an 80% chance to Oko still at that point, so it's not really, there wasn't really any hacks there on any part. So now he just goes into Hazel the Mew. I'm going to just keep Dracoing just to try to get some damage off this thing, as he does take us out with a Shadow Ball. I was really hoping that Tangrowth could do more. I don't know what Corkscrew Crash is actually, but yeah, Knockoff really didn't do as much as I was hoping. So yeah, Shadow Ball does indeed do a decent amount, but retrospect, I should have just gone for the close combat there. But we do see that he is left over, so this is going to take him out there. The close combat, I believe, would have taken the Mew out at that point as well. So we were all set. And then the U-turn does go ahead and kill the Mew. So we do win our first match here. So not bad considering I hadn't battled in quite a while. Unfortunately, I didn't get to use Celesteela as much as us. So I actually didn't go into it at all this match. So it's a little upsetting, but you know, I'd rather win the match than have to go into something else that I haven't used before. Alright, now for our second match. We are up against Drum. So he did bring his Tornadus, Mega Manectric, Azumarill, Garchomp, Jirachi, and Terrakion. And I'm bringing the Mega Diancie, Celesteela, Tyranitar, Starmie, Latios, and Milotic. I am leading off with my Mega Diancie this time around, which he leads off with the only thing I didn't want to see him lead off with, the Azumarill. And you can see that Waterfall does a ton of damage to the Celesteela. I don't know what I was really thinking here, but I did switch into the Milotic trying to get some damage off, but I do have to switch out again. I just cannot be taking the damage here. As he goes into his Mega Manectric and now he can Volt Switch out, so I'm not in a very good spot right now at all, actually. Yeah, the Terrakion's going to take out my... And look at that, it does so much damage, so we did not start out this match very well, in my opinion. As he goes out into Jirachi, when I went for a Psyshock. Psyshock was my safest move there. There was not really anything else that I could have clicked that I felt comfortable with, but it's okay. I do reveal the Shadow Ball here, which is okay with me. Starting to get a little bit of momentum here, as I do manage to actually get a crit. This match had a ton of hacks throughout, so yeah, here I'm kind of just wasting my Shadow Balls. I should have seen the Wish Protect set coming with this Jirachi, but yeah, did not happen. There's the Wish on there. I kind of wish I had gone with something else, but you know, it's fine. Him going for that Protect does let me go out into Celesteela, which I am carrying Flamethrower for this Jirachi for. He goes for a Thunderbolt as I go and get the Flamethrower off. Doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as I had originally calculated for. I think I probably brought the wrong set. So that kind of puts me in a tough spot here. I'm just going to leave this in at this point. Mega Manectric is going to pick up this kill, which it's unfortunate that it happened, but it's kind of where I needed to be at this point. Yeah, he does switch out into Mega Manectric again, and I missed the Thunder. Now, that wouldn't have taken this thing out, but it would have done a fair amount of damage at least. So, yeah, he goes for the Thunderbolt there. I'm just like, okay, what am I going to do here? As he Volt Switches once more. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in a really weird place right now, because I don't know what I can do. And luckily here he goes for the Toxic, as I stayed in and went for an Ice Punch. So we did manage to take out that Garchomp, which I'm okay with. I don't mind that Tyranitar got poisoned. But here he managed to go for the Belly Drum, which kind of puts me in a really bad spot. And then he gets a crit with the Aqua Jet. That crit completely 100% mattered. Starmie definitely would have lived that, but that's Pokemon for you. Yeah, even my defensive Milotic went down to a play rough after that. So here I kind of just have to be sacking mons off. At this point, I just kind of have to wait around. My Latios is easily the most important mon that I can have. So here I do Mega Evolve and go for a Protect, just to try to get that toxic damage down more. And I have to go for the double protect. It's the only thing I can do, which we do get, fortunately. That was, yeah, with the sandstorm damage and the other thing, that was 100% complete luck. And he hits an Iron Tail. Who the fuck hits an Iron Tail? Seriously. Right now I'm just like, okay, I'm down 1-4, so what am I going to do here? As I go for the Thunderbolt, it was really the only thing I could have gone for. I did expect to protect here, but I was kind of hoping he'd go for a Wish or something. And yeah, he didn't. But he does switch out here, which the Shadow Ball does a decent amount to that Manectric. So this Manectric is nearly gone. He goes for the Signal Beam trying to confuse us. It's a little irritating, but it's fine. We didn't get confused, and we did manage to get the Mega Manectric out of here. He goes for the Hurricane. He gets the confusion off, as I get a Thunderbolt, and then he gets paralyzed. Like, what are the odds of all these hacks happening here? And here, I go for my Recover. I don't think he was expecting me to carry Recover on this thing, so I'm pretty happy that I brought it. Luckily, I broke through confusion again and got rid of that substitute. That would have just been annoying. And he misses the Stone Edge. Like I said, this game is just full of hacks for both sides. A little worse on me, but you know, it's not the worst thing. As I do hit another Thunderbolt on the Tornadus. Luckily, he doesn't confuse me again. That would have really sucked. I was expecting him to switch out actually there and try to preserve his Tornadus. But he didn't. He knew at that point it was probably going to die. If I had gotten the crit there, I would have cried. But right now, it's kind of just going to be a Wish Protect battle versus this Rachi. Yeah, I shouldn't be wasting all my Shadow Balls like I did here. I should have been a little smarter about it. And we get the crit there. Not when I needed it. It would have been great if we had it the last time. It would have taken out this Rachi, but it's, like I said, hacks for days on here. And I'm still just wasting my Shadow Balls here. It should have been going for Thunderbolt or Psyshocks. And here he gets the special defense drop. So now it's kind of on me what can happen here at this point in the game. As I go for another Shadow Ball here, and he goes for the Thunderbolt. Doesn't do any damage, but he gets the damn para. And he goes for the Iron Head, and I get paralyzed. So here I'm kind of just like, well, fuck. And he gets the crit with the Iron Head. So that's the game right there. This one I am just a little bit salty about because we had all the chance to win and the game just kept screwing us over. Yeah, it's the game that we play, so I can't be too mad about it, you know. It's kind of just a little salty because that took me out of the tournament, so it's just a little salt on my part. Alright, and lastly we have our match against Hunter Z Infected. He's bringing his Galvantula, Hitmontop, Mega Gardevoir, Victini, Skarmory, and Dugtrio. If you've seen some of my other matches, you know how much trouble Hitmontop gives me, so I'm not looking forward to it. I do lead out with Infernape as he leads out with his Hitmontop. We can see that it is the Intimidate set, so I'm kind of okay with that actually. I did go into my load, which is Flame Orb, to get that resist boost for the Bolt Strike, which I was expecting on Victini. Going for the Scald here on the Gardevoir doesn't do too much, but this was more a defensive set anyways. So he goes for a Wish here. Kind of confused as to why, but yeah. The Thunderbolt easily takes out the Starmie. Yeah. I go into my Tyranitar. I was kind of hoping he would withdraw there. It was kind of... Well, I was also kind of hoping that he would stay in because I was Assault Vested. And the Iron Head, I believe, would have taken it out at that point, but... It's okay. I do have to switch out here. I go into my Latios again here, which the leftovers get revealed. So I do go for the Thunderbolt, and he gets his Stealth Rocks up. So hadn't had to deal with that in a while, and I forgot how much of a pain they can actually be to deal with Stealth Rocks. Yeah, nothing I really want to switch into here. And Shadow Ball just narrowly misses taking this thing out. Would have been great if I had managed to take it out, but that's what it is right now. So not in a very good spot. I'm gonna go ahead and U-turn out here. He's currently beating me 6-4, which, yeah, not where I want to be. Scald luckily does take this thing out before he can set up any spikes or anything. Yeah, could have been a lot worse, but I don't want this Galvantula to be able to hit me. Yeah, you can see from the Thunder probably would have done a lot more if I had been not Assault Vested. I did predict him to switch out there and went for the Pursuit. So we did get a decent amount of damage on the Galvantula. Unfortunately, we did not take it out. Like I said, this thing just gives me trouble all over for some reason. Luckily, Tangrowth is fairly defensive in itself, so it can take a hit on the offensive side. Yeah, I went for a Focus Blast. It would, if he had switched out into Galvantula or kept this thing in or gone into the Doug Trio, it would have hit a fairly well. It would have done some decent damage, but we missed, and it kind of sucks. This Victini is carrying Thunder, which he hits and takes us out. So at this point, the game's kind of over now. There's not much. The Thunder just takes us out, and at this point, the match is pretty much over. There's not much I can do here. This Victini just wrecks us. My Tyranitar does live with that, but like I said, almost nothing I can do here that will even matter. Yeah. So at this point, it's kind of just good game, as he takes us out with that. Yeah, going to my Infernape as he does go into this thing. I went for a Flare Blitz. I figured it would just do enough damage to a lot of things here. As he goes into the Doug Trio, obviously it's sashed. Yeah, and the Earthquake takes us out. So, yep. Tangrowth can't really win this here, and he goes for the Memento. Okay. Yeah, that's game here. Bug Buzz takes us out, and that's the end of the game. So, you know, this last game I played pretty badly. I should have just stuck with what I originally wanted to play, how I originally wanted to play, I should say. But I'm not upset that I have lost these two matches. Obviously, I was a little salty at losing the second one, especially with all the hacks that happened. But you know, it's fine. I hadn't played Pokemon in so long that I'm not terribly upset at how I played. definitely some mistakes that I could have fixed and will work on for future leagues and stuff. So yeah, kind of just starting all over in league format since I hadn't really played a Gen 7 league. So well, hopefully I'll be seeing a lot more of what I can do here. So until later, guys. Again, this was just a fun experience to be in, even part of the tournament. Just so many people around there. So until then, guys, later.